Hi everyone, it's Lynn. Welcome back to my channel. Before we begin, I would first like you to take your finger and hit that subscribe button and then hit the like button. Let's begin. Today we're going to be talking about Olivia and her pregnancy. There's a lot to get through, and you may want to go ahead and get a pen and a paper. You may want to get your other device because you may have to pause me and listen to Olivia. Everything that I am saying is coming from Liv's Life, her channel. This is her words. This is her videos. So let's start with August 20th. She titles her video, Taking a Pregnancy Test. This is when she finds out she's pregnant. So I can say approximately her due date would be May 27th, 2022. That's when her second baby will be arriving. Now, I know you're probably saying, Lynn, what are you talking about? Bear with me because, again, this is all Olivia's videos, and we are just going to be stating the facts, and we will be stating fiction. So this is going to be facts and fiction, but you're going to decide that. October 23rd, hearing the baby's heartbeat. Now, I'm pretty sure everyone has heard her video, heard this heartbeat. If not, go ahead and pause my video. It is at the 5:38 mark. I really would like for you to do that if you can. So I'm going to give you some time. Go ahead. But if you do remember that video and you remember the heartbeat, that's great. So I would like to let you know that Olivia at this point is 9 weeks pregnant. Well, 9 weeks and 1 day. But the 23rd was a Saturday. So if we say the 22nd, which that's when she probably went to the doctor, allegedly, she would be only 9 weeks pregnant. So now we want to get into facts. A woman who is 8 to 9 weeks pregnant, the baby's heartbeat may still be irregular and slightly difficult to pick up. So in my opinion, it would be unlikely for a fetal Doppler to pick up a heartbeat quite like that, especially her first prenatal visit. The doctor would ask her to go ahead and schedule an appointment for her 12-week mark. Now, I will say this also. You may be able to hear a heartbeat at week 10. So, now this is where it gets kind of tricky. And I'm going to try to explain it the best that I can. Olivia puts out a video November 5th. The video is titled, The Test Results Are Back. My son will be born with. Okay, so let's look at this. Olivia is in her first trimester. Olivia is 11 weeks pregnant. Now, here we go. In her video, Olivia states she went to the doctor's office, and they did a blood test. And she said in this video, something came back not right with the genetics, or they didn't get enough blood. She also states, and these are her words, couple weeks later, she went back for another blood test. She also says they told her there is a high chance that her baby has Down syndrome. Now, these are her words. It's been hard. It's been a hard couple of weeks. How? You just found out you were pregnant August 20th. But we continue. She also says that her and her boyfriend, the father of this child, is in the parking lot and they are crying. She also states a couple days later, they talk, or he talks to his mom, and then the mom in this conversation informs them, or he has a cousin who lives out of the country who has Down syndrome. Now, it's funny because if that's his cousin, Why wouldn't he know his cousin has Down syndrome? I mean, when Olivia told him the news, wouldn't he bring that up to Olivia? I mean, I don't know. She also states in that video that they checked his heart, and turns out his heart is not beating regular. So it can be a whole problem there. These are her words. I wrote them down because I just wanted to be precise. So now let's talk about facts. When you go in for your first trimester screening, the doctor is going to take a urine test. He's going to do a full physical exam. He's going to do a finger prick. He's going to do blood tests. I found it funny that she said that they didn't get enough blood. I don't know. So the doctor also would do an ultrasound exam. Now, they are doing that because it helps to determine whether the fetus is at risk for Down syndrome or a birth defect. Funny she didn't remember the ultrasound, though. She said everything, but she didn't say that. She said maybe they didn't take enough blood, but I would think she would remember the ultrasound. Now, the reason why some doctors would do the ultrasound is because it will show the thickness of space in the back of the baby's neck. And I guess, this means extra fluid in the back of the neck may point to the risk, a higher risk of chromosome disorder. So that's why they would do that. Now, blood screening results are ready within 1 to 2 weeks, but your ultrasound results are immediate. Now, this is how some doctors do this. All doctors have their own way of trying to make sure that they are getting the best results. So some doctors will combine the blood work and the ultrasound, and you will wait the 1 or 2 weeks. And yes, they combine that. That is called the first trimester screening. But again, not all doctors calculate a woman's risk that way. Some do a first trimester and they do a second trimester, and that's called integrated screening. So they wait until you are in your second trimester because they want to make sure. Now, some doctors, they do a ultrasound. They wait for your first, your second. They do blood work, and that is called a serum integrated screening. So all doctors are different. Now, Olivia states that the doctor told her that the baby heart rhythm was abnormal. But facts is a mother can be given medication to treat a specific problem, including abnormal heart rhythms. Another fact, in this case with the ultrasound, the doctor will schedule a fetal echocardiogram during the second trimester. Also, facts. Most mothers will have a genetic screening done. This blood test is often between week 15 and week 22 to determine your baby's risk of chromo abnormalities. I would like to also tell you this before I go on to the other fact. You all know, or you may not know, I am a nurse, and I also have a very good friend who is a OBGYN. She has been a doctor for 30 plus years. She's a very good friend of mine. So if there was something I did not know, I definitely asked her. So let's go on to facts, some more facts. Heart disease in babies, they're really uncommon. Like 8 out of every 1,000 babies are born with heart defects. Another fact, you have to be a high risk pregnancy. So let's think about that. High risk pregnancy. You normally, the mother would have some kind of heart defect herself. Her parents or her siblings, who was born with a heart defect. That would be considered high risk. If you take anti-seizure medication, high risk. Now, if you're overweight, that is high risk. Now, the only thing I can say visibly that Olivia is overweight. So they may have deemed her high risk. But again, you need to remember that Olivia went in and said this, and she was only in her first trimester. Now, again, you may want to go back and listen to everything again. Again, you may want to stop the video. You may want to write down the dates. So now we get on to December 16th. Olivia titles this video, Baby Boy's Live Baby Shower. Olivia is showing her belly. Please, I want you to either pause my video, or I do have a screenshot of her belly. It is high. But yeah, if you want to go look at it yourself, please do. So this is alive. At this point, Olivia is 16 weeks and 6 days pregnant. Olivia is in her second trimester. Only 24 weeks to go, Olivia. Now, in her video, she has a belly, and it is very round and it is very high. So let's now talk facts. A woman's bump is likely starting to show. Your baby's heart is now pumping about 25 quarts of blood each day. A baby likely weighs about 4 to 5 ounces. At this point, a baby movement, it feels like a little flutter. And I will say this. Most women will gain 2 to 4 pounds during the first trimester, and then 1 pound a week for her rest of her pregnancy, give or take. Now, an obese woman with a BMI of 30 or more before pregnancy, it said that you're gaining about 0.5 pounds per week. So my calculation came out to 11 to 20 pounds total during the pregnancy. Also, fun fact, your baby is the size of an apple or small avocado. Now, let me say this. Women who are carrying twins, you should be gaining roughly 50% more weight, give or take, depending on your pre-pregnancy weight. Okay? So, again, if you go back and look at that video, Olivia looks like she is 8 months pregnant. Now, I never heard of anyone, and I've been to many baby showers, that a woman has a baby shower so early in her pregnancy. But again, I am taking everything Olivia put out here. This is her live. This is her videos. And what I will tell you, numbers don't lie. So now we get to December 21st. Olivia puts out a video. It is titled, He Thought I Was Going into Labor. Olivia is live in this video. So this is all live. Olivia is 17 weeks and 4 days pregnant. She tells a story. She says how her and her boyfriend, the father of the baby, their home, and then she started to walk around, and because she wasn't feeling well, and then she said how she was experiencing something, and then she realized what that she was experiencing, what was going on with her body. She said she was having Braxton Hicks contractions. Okay, let's talk facts. Braxton Hicks contractions can begin anytime after week 20 of pregnancy into the second trimester, but they are more noticeable in later months in the third trimester. And I know when I was pregnant, I felt third trimester, I definitely was feeling them. I do remember that. Now, I found that very strange because at this point, Olivia is only 17 weeks and 4 days pregnant. But you all, a miracle has happened. Olivia gives birth to a baby January 21st. It's a boy. This baby is 8 pounds, 9 ounces. Congratulations. So in just 4 weeks and 3 days, she has a full-term pregnancy. Olivia, I am so surprised that, that hospital, you wasn't on the news because you birthed a full-term baby. And, we thank you for putting that video, that little clip out. Now, my question to you is, as I was looking at that baby, the baby didn't look like he had Down syndrome. Yeah. So she's about 6 months pregnant, and finishing up her second trimester, and she gives birth to a full-term baby, 8 pounds, 9 ounces. Very interesting. So let's break that down. The baby conception was more likely on April 30th, 2021. So now we are now waiting because, being that that's when that baby was, conceived. We have to wait for her second baby. Remember I told you? Because that baby will be coming May 27th, 2022, because her video that she took August 20th, taking a pregnancy test, 2 pregnancy tests, Olivia is pregnant. So congratulations, Olivia. You either have birthed the second coming of Jesus or an alien. I don't know. But this is your story. We are just here to listen. And then you wonder why people have a problem. You wonder why people get upset. Well, Olivia, maybe if you would title your videos as Shits and Giggles, this is make-believe, yeah, people wouldn't care. But when you start claiming that a baby you're having has that's going to have Down syndrome, excuse me. I was going to say disabled. When you claim the baby's going to have some heart problems, when you start making a whole bunch of things up to make people believe and feel sorry for you, you are a special person. Yeah, you are special. And I don't mean that in a good way. I really hope one day you will learn, but I don't think you will. But again, we're just here to watch you. And so thank you so much for coming over and giving me your time. Please like, comment, and subscribe. See you later.